Welcome back to my views and news. First news story is about Tigray military officers. Are they going to join Ethiopian National Defense Force? Any discussions ongoing? Any training? I have an update for you. And what does Pretoria deal say about integration of Tigray military officers in Ethiopian federal forces? Secondly, viewers, Oromo Liberation Front (OLF) is celebrating its 50th anniversary. Yesterday, OLF released a statement, and it mentioned discussions. The discussions are being held for the formation of transitional government in Oromia. Thirdly, Prime Minister of Ethiopia PM Abiy was seen today playing soccer. He was playing a football match, while inaugurating ETV Media Complex today. And lastly, more than a month ago, Amhara Popular Front was established in the Amhara region, led by former politician Eskinder Nega, who is head of the organization, vice chairman, or you can say in charge of foreign affairs of APF is David Wolde Georges. He was tasked with fundraising, with contacting diaspora community to raise support for APF. A fundraising event is being organized, online event by Amhara Popular Front. Firstly, viewers, Tigray military officers, are they going to join Ethiopian National Defense Force? Tigray officers of the rank of colonels, majors, because they have their service left. They are not retirees like Sadkan, where are they, others? So what about these officers? Are they going to join Ethiopian National Defense Force? What does Pretoria deal say about reintegration of Tigray officers, Tigray military commanders, Tigray fighters in federal forces? Pretoria deal is very clear. It obviously supports the integration of Tigray military officers, Tigray fighters in federal forces. So it's not against Pretoria deal if Tigray military officers rejoin Ethiopian National Defense Force. Basically, they were part of Ethiopian National Defense Force. They were not part of Tigray Defense Force. They were part of ENDF, but they joined the fight in Tigray. They tried to form Tigray Defense Force. They could not. And then a peace deal was signed. Now, reportedly, discussions have been held between Tigray authorities and Ethiopian federal government, ENDF officers and Tigray military commanders. Progress has been made, and a group of Tigray military officers is in Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. Officers of the ranks of colonel and major, etc. They are in Addis Ababa, where some refresher courses are being conducted. So far, it has not been officially announced that these officers are going to join particular divisions, but reportedly progress has been made. So the federal government has given the green light to the rejoining of Tigray military commanders in Ethiopian National Defense Force. How long will the training, the refresher courses take? When will they actually assume charge? It's not clear. Only confirmation that progress has been made and a group of Tigray military officers is in Addis Ababa. These are those officers who are set to join Ethiopian National Defense Force. How many will join? That remains to be seen if it is announced. So we'll try to keep you updated. It's a very important development. It's another step towards growing closeness, growing cooperation between the federal government and Tigray interim government. Since the signing of the Pretoria deal, we have seen that the two have gradually come closer. Getachew has visited Addis Ababa, he visited Oromia too. Oromia is supporting Tigray in rebuilding, in reconstruction. We saw Getachew and Ridwan in Europe shopping together. And Getachew was seen with PM Abiy when a tourist resort was inaugurated. No signs of real tensions between them. There is no tension. Rather, their cooperation is strengthening, the relationship strengthening. And this training of Tigray military officers in Addis Ababa indicates that the two are gradually coming closer. Oromo Tigray alliance is taking shape. Obviously, if Tigray military commanders are adjusted, if they are appointed in Ethiopian National Defense Force, it wouldn't go well with some groups in Ethiopia, outside Ethiopia as well. What will be the repercussion of this move? That can be discussed too, maybe in some future videos. In this video, only confirmation that some Tigray military officers are going to join Ethiopian National Defense Force. When? That remains to be seen. Trainings underway reportedly. Secondly, Oromo Liberation Front, OLF, is celebrating 50th anniversary. 50 years ago, OLF was established. It fought alongside TPLF, it fought against TPLF, it fought against PP, political fight, armed struggle. OLA, OLF, basically the two are the same. OLF, political wing, OLA, armed wing. Objectives almost the same. Dawood Ibsa's OLF released a statement yesterday on its 50th anniversary. 2 points which I want to mention. Firstly, OLF said that discussions are underway for the establishment of transitional government in Oromia. If you remember, when in Zanzibar, Tanzania, talks were being held between OLA and Ethiopian government representatives. Back then, I reported that establishment of transitional government was being discussed. And I remember that several viewers back then said, Sajid, you just make up stories. Now, you saw after that. And I got that information from, I won't disclose his name, but he was there. He was in touch with the people who were in talks. So later we saw that everything was revealed. Yes, discussion about transitional government establishment happened. Has it been agreed or not? That we don't know, but discussions happened. OLA is demanding the establishment of a transitional government in Oromia. Will PP agree to it? That remains to be seen. But OLF confirmed that transitional government establishment is being discussed. First point. Secondly, important point, OLF says that it saved Oromo people from extinction. It saved Oromo culture. That is why all Oromos should support OLF financially, physically. And that the conflict in Oromia, instability in Oromia, is because OLF's political questions are not being answered politically. Rather, military operations are being launched. Now, one point just, OLF says Oromo culture was in danger. Oromos were facing extinction. Amhara region-based groups, Fano, Amhara activists, hardliners, they say Amhara survival in danger. So all Amhara should unite. Otherwise, all Amharas will be killed. And in the 2-year-long war, Tigray's narrative was that Tigrayans were being massacred, that Tigrayans were facing a genocide. Gomas say the same too, their survival in danger. So I am unable to understand that how is it possible that all Ethiopian main ethnic groups are facing extinction? At the same time, all are part of the ruling elite too. In regions on federal level, they are part of the government too. Is it because of mistrust? These groups mistrust each other. They maybe they refer to past incidents, what happened years ago, decades ago, and the mistrust continues. Otherwise, all of the Ethiopian main ethnic groups cannot be in danger at the same time. But this is how the ruling elite sells its narrative. The ruling elite and the politicians, this is how they gather support, I think. Thirdly, viewers, PM Abiy tries his best to prove that he is one of the best soccer players, and he shows his skills quite often. We have seen that sometimes with kids, sometimes with boys too, young boys. And today he was seen playing a football match. Today, ETV Media Complex was inaugurated in Addis Ababa. There a football match was played, and PM Abiy there represented a team, and he wore a shirt with Etihad Airways logo. Perhaps it would have been better had he promoted some Ethiopian entity rather than an international entity, foreign entity. But it was good that he was there. Is ETV providing balanced information to Ethiopians while ETV Media Complex has been built? Can we say that ETV or EBC, they are serving the people of Ethiopia? No. Ethiopian state media is not independent. It just talks about government's achievements. It is not open to healthy discussions. Yes, it's not ethnic. It's not biased. Only thing is that state media is not biased towards one particular ethnic group. At the same time, state media backs state's policies. It discourages independent reporting. It does not ask questions. Ruling elite is not held accountable. Questions cannot be asked from ruling elite, from politicians. Government cannot be held accountable. These journalists cannot ask questions from the government officials. What is needed is that independent media, private media should be encouraged, supported, propped up in Ethiopia. State media is already being funded by the state, but it's not serving the people of Ethiopia, I believe. But it was a good opportunity for PM Abiy to display his excellent soccer skills. Last year, Eskinder Nega's Amhara Popular Front is raising funds. APF was formed more than a month ago. David Ole Georgis was appointed as the head of foreign relations. He's based in the US, I think. And there he has started fundraising activities. Today, a fundraising program is being organized, an online program, a Zoom webinar being attended by some very staunch critics of Ethiopian government. Funds will be raised. APF, let's see how much APF is able to raise, and will all Amhara groups, diaspora groups support APF. I have some reports about 2 or 3 main Amhara groups, diaspora groups based in the US, which are not supporting Amhara Popular Front. In some next videos, we'll try to shed some light on that. So far, APF's fundraising activities have started, and that is why perhaps new Fano groups, Fano factions are being established, all claiming to be representatives of Fano struggle. Which groups will be supported by Amhara diaspora? Just APF or other groups too? And can APF manage to convince all Amhara diaspora community members that APF is the central organization in Amhara which is leading this Amhara resistance movement? Let's see. It will be interesting to see how much money is raised at these fundraising programs being organized online reportedly. I think for watching.